stadium. That will be incredible. Now, we are going to go into it. It seems the 9th round is done, and we're on Dust 2. It's NaVi versus PENTA here for Fragbite Masters. So a big welcome to all of you, and thank you for sticking with us. Took a little while to find a server, but now we've got everyone on here, and PENTA, they're going to be able to start on the T side, leaving NaVi CT side, and they are the second seed here in Group A, so they're playing the third seed, which is PENTA.
Holy hell, and Edward and Guardian both tagged extremely low. Edward down to 1 HP. Look at this push from Zeus, though. Nobody watching up here at Longhouse. He could potentially... Oh, he's just off on the timing, but he could catch the man out on Cat right now. He has no idea how many people are up there, but he knows that Dennis is there, and Dennis takes that fight and wins it. Edward, start clicking right now. Start clicking right now! No, Edward! No, he still gets one, though, and he's looking for another one as well. Just dancing as best he can, but he loses his support, and he doesn't have seized anymore. Gets the parting shot and brings it back to a 2-on-2, and Guardian cleans up Dennis in mid.
Oh, grenade. Guardian just managed to step back. I think Flamey spotted that grenade, otherwise Guardian would have walked dead into it, and that would have been a very tricky 1v1 then.
Hollywood moment.
He's got the bomb as well, but he really wants to spot if they're both there. Now I think he saw them, making sure no one's sneaking in upper dark. That's a lot of information for Speedy in that one jump. Gonna walk close here with the Glock in hand. Goes down to Flamey. And NaVi will win the round in spite of, as you said, they almost lost, what, almost 200 health in the first couple of seconds of that round.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Edward, man. I like the position that Edward takes after that. It's just like, because you're probably going to get headshot there, 99% chance, I guess. But so it might as well go there. You're dead anyway if you get hit with anything, but...
And I could tell how much you wanted him to click in that smoke.
Oh, man. Look at this. Like, he has no idea that he's lined up on 3 guys. Like, 3 clicks, he could have 3 headshots. Ah, if only.
Yeah, still a pretty good job here. The former peers. He's actually on 1 health when he's going to get the second kill. Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So NaVi off to a strong start on what is not their map pick, but a map that they do play pretty well.
Ooh, and I like to see that we have a bit of the... While Flamey playing a similar position to Kerrigan, basically, up close to Longhouse, he's gone for an MP9 as well. And this touchdown nade, not going to happen. It's Flamey instead taking out Dennis. Guardian, though, with the fadeaway headshot onto Searson. And this is looking like Guardian basically just dominating in mid right now. Oh, 2 for 1, dude. 2 for 1 shot at the end.
Wow, that's a quad kill with the scout from Guardian, which is going to get him off to a pretty good start here.
He's got it. He's got his op money. He's fine with whatever happens now at this point.
So they don't have Nex playing tonight?
It looks like it. It looks like Searson is stepping in, actually. You're right.
Because if you bring up the scoreboard, he's not tagged up as PENTA either. That is definitely going to have a really big impact on this game. As we've been sort of hyping up, Nex is one of the star players, one of the best players in Germany right now. Him not being here is obviously a big deal.
I don't even know what to think anymore. Now PENTA is going to be even more difficult for NaVi to have any kind of like prediction game going up against these guys. Because not even PENTA are going to know what they're doing. They're probably literally just going to be playing off the picks. Well, Guardian with the headshot onto Searson, so not too much luck for the stand-in right now. And he could get another one as well. There's the peek, and he's not going to connect with that shot.
A dangerous game that Crystal is playing in the middle there. Got to be really careful with that. In the meantime, I mean, as long as NaVi just sort of rely on their base play here and don't try to outthink PENTA too much. Because I mean, outthinking not quite a mixed team, but a team that is, you know, just a little bit chaotic. It doesn't really work out too well. So just better play on your aim, better play on your basic team play, and just sort of follow through on that. Zeus here could have got caught. PENTA, they did buy in this round because they did get the bomb plant earlier, so they are already at it with rifles here. Zeus just trying to buy some time, and backup is coming in. The FAMAS is going to get the first kill, and he will try and hide while reloading. Actually going to be successful as well, but does get taken out. Crystal with that kill, and now jumping and shooting in the background. Cease is there. No bomb plant is happening, and I don't think it will happen either. PENTA going to essentially crumble after taking out Zeus.
That's all about Zeus with that second peek, because he spots the bomb at that point. So that's what allows NaVi to start rotating over. That's why he starts playing very carefully. He knows that PENTA are committed. There's no backing up for them. And they're able to just basically rotate every man-jack in there, NaVi, to hold that. And is this... Wow, Guardian has a read on the situation. He's like, you know what? I want even more money. I'm going to go for the Nova. And not only that, I'm going to go for an aggressive push into Lower Dark, and there's nobody here. Nobody spotted that from PENTA. It's not until it's too late, and he gets 2 kills. Guardian, that's another 1,800 bucks in his pocket. Okay, then.
Well, he's at 8-0 and 0 as well, so he's doing pretty well. Grenade does a lot of damage at the end there. Flamey will go down, but Guardian is at it with another kill with the Nova. That's now triple. Nova ace. It's been a while since we've seen that. I think we've had, you know, 1 or 2 in the history of Counter-Strike, of Global Offensive. I think we've seen a couple.
It's been like, no, I think so. I think Get Right got that with the Swag 7. It wasn't with the Nova. I think it was Snacks holding it Longhouse where he like nailed 4 people, right?
I think Snacks is one of them. So we've got an opportunity here for Guardian to make a little bit of history, even though it is an anti-eco round, but still, the money will be good. It's already good with a triple. Now walking out, is he going to check the container? No, he won't, and he gets taken out by Speedy. So all good things have an end.
Yeah. You know, you make $2,700 on top of a win bonus. I don't think you're going to be too sad. Although this is still 3-on-2. They do see that smoke going down, however, and that's the bomb across as well. So now NaVi, seized, holding that angle. Is not going to let Spitty make it through, and it's going to be down to Crystal now with P250. Up close like this, though, he can be lethal. And Seas has to be a little bit careful, but Zeus stepping in, long range. It's not going to be him to get the kill, though. Seas jumps up with that USP and robs him.
Kukli style.
Dude, where's the Kappa? Every time that happens now, you notice, like, Callie will actually tweet Kappa. I'm like, yeah, bro, okay.
Yes. Well, that is unfortunate, although I'm actually surprised that Penta was even allowed to get that bomb plant. That was a 2v3, NaVi having all the rifles, and they just kind of sat middle, and, I guess they hoped to just get the crossover kills. Maybe they weren't expecting Penta to have that smoke picked up. But as it were, turns out pretty well for Penta, after all. Now they've gone straight double up, and... yeah.
Well, I think Guardian was somewhere up around like 13 or 14,000 after that round, so ouch. I think he just dropped like 7 grand and he still got like another 6 in the bank. So it's kind of scary right now if you're Penta having to deal with Guardian, who seems to be just completely out of control right now. There's the boost up on the green box, and he knows somebody's in lower dark now. He saw where that nade came from. Second nade, though. That's a lot of damage onto Zeus and Guardian to start. Great HEs coming in here to start things off for Penta.
Still plenty of time. Speedy actually being allowed to get a lot of information down here on long, just checking out pretty much everywhere. They're holding far back because they've got the focus on short instead. But if Speedy can come around and just start making a little bit of noise... Now, he's going to be careful because Guardian is falling all the way back up in A, but if he can keep them occupied there's going to be a lot of openings towards the middle of the map instead.
And what's wild right now is this is a double off play from Penta. They haven't really gotten too much out of it yet, apart from just holding these long angles. I mean, Dennis is up close right now at the mid doors. But this is definitely going to wind up into an A split. The bomb is making its way out long. 35 seconds left, and there's the entry. Searson delivers, takes out Flamey, who is very low on HP.
Now, Sue's falling back down. Guardian to go down. So one of the ops really working out for Penta here is Crystal is going to open up all of it. But look who's over at B. It's actually Searson who's just hiding. Oh, he gets found out by Seized. That's really unfortunate. It would have been great if they could have not just won the round here, which they very likely will, but they're also just denied NaVi any chance to save any rifles. And Searson could have been that guy. You can tell the rest of NaVi are probably just looking for extra kills at this point.
Yeah, they have no idea where anybody is holding this. As you guys can see, I mean, basically they're checking every angle right now. They don't know where Penta have set up, how they actually got in here. And so, basically now, Crystal just alone holding it long. And this is NaVi very much set up now to just kind of hang around here. There's the flash through, but they are not going to commit. It's silly for Zeus to commit at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. So much to lose. I mean, NaVi, they've done pretty well winning the first 4 rounds, but still got to be careful, even though Guardian had a really good bank, and I guess still does, and the rest of NaVi aren't too far behind either. So 4-1, Penta just opening up with some good frags, especially Crystal taking out Guardian, who is one of the key factors up in that A-bomb site.
Well, I guess one thing to take away from this is that Penta are going to be breathing a little bit easy. This isn't going to be an easy situation for NaVi to just start getting, some simple rounds on the board, because Penta, they keep 4 guys alive after the end of that round. So that bank that they started off with, still really solid. But it's not going to get, it's not an easy walk in the park here for NaVi in any sense.
And Guardian goes down as the first guy again. That was actually Searson opening up, so I don't know. That's, if you can consistently entry frag Guardian against NaVi, you're definitely doing something right. But NaVi's response is actually to push upper, where Crystal was holding all the way back in T-spawn, ready and waiting. And I don't want to say it's a predictable play, but it's not uncommon, at least, for a CT team when they're a man down to try and look for information, because otherwise you're playing in the dark and you're a man down, which is not cool. So, yeah, Penta read that really well. Well played.
Yeah, and they just pushed up. I mean, Edward as well knew that he had to just commit, because having lost a man, likelihood of them actually pushing out pretty high. There's the flash, and Searson cleans up Flamey, so no AWP save at all here. Doesn't go so far as to pick up a third AWP. That might have been pushing it a little bit. But look at this. Guardian, again with the money to buy an op. This guy, that's 3 ops that he's had back to back.
Oh, and they're going to buy one more, so double up versus double up here on Dust 2.
And Edward going for it as well. Actually, Edward dropping 10k this round. Wow. All right, so that means he dropped a gun as well, like a rifle on top of that AWP. That's a lot of money. So NaVi now pretty much committed to this. They were going to be able to get actually a pretty good defense going with the nades that they've got. And this time around, it's Edward with the aggressive peek into Upper Dark to take out Crystal. So one op is down, but then Dennis catches Seized, who decided to peek again. And we're right back to square one. Penta with just a slight lead here.
Grenade down, going to be on the wrong side of the box in the middle. And still got plenty of time here. Zeus going to take a quick peek. Will spot out the player who's down there. NKJ, just a little bit of presence on Catwalk at the moment. Flamey, just the one grenade and then a FAMAS to try and hold long. Not going to be easy, but he's holding very close, which is good at this point.
Definitely FAMAS as well.
Yeah, definitely wants to get the spray down when he's close. Also, because if he's further back, he might get flashed a lot more.
This is getting tricky now. He's in pit, so this comes down to this initial shot. Can't control the spray, and Searson's going to get that headshot. Zeus now trying to rush in here, and he does actually catch them stacked up, knives in hand. What? And that is just a big opportunity there that Zeus had to clean things up. Luckily, Penta were able to stabilize. Edward holding the cross will take out Searson. And that bomb hasn't made it across yet, so 27 seconds left. Second smoke goes down, and just now, they'll be able to make that cross. Guardian finds a sick shot onto NKJ, though, and brings it back to a 2-on-2.
Oh, Speedy jumping down and almost doesn't make it around the corner. They're so low on health. That pistol could have done all that they wanted, but not going to be enough. Speedy and Dennis with a double kill each. And Penta make it to 3-4. That's 3 rounds in a row right now for the German team, and they're playing pretty damn well. And NaVi just not really connecting when they should.
They're not figuring it out right now. Exactly. They're getting picked off to start. Seized. Well, I mean, I think it's basically Seized that last round, unfortunately. Turning that back into a 4-on-4 with his follow-up peek on Edward's kill in Upper Dark. That you want to get the info, you want to go for that, but it's not ideal, and we might actually have to get up and close the door here real quick.
Oh, you're getting the background noise?
I think so.
We'll try and change that immediately, guys. Grenades on in, just Searson checking. He's got NKJ with him, and they're going to open up on Edward, so not going to fall to that one. Was close, though. The headshot, 99 damage on NKJ. And he's on 1 health. Dennis going to pick up Zeus, and, well, they're going to clear out the A-bomb side. They have the bomb there with them as well, and they're just out hunting here. They're not even afraid, which is a healthy sign for Penta right now. Just no respect for what NaVi are doing. Just going to try and see if they can overrun them.
And that's what I was thinking about initially in this match. Like, respect. Penta aren't going to have any of them. They're going to be really hard to predict just because they favor a more aggressive style to begin with, and then they have a stand-in to boot. So it's just... It could just become like unadulterated aggression coming out of Penta round after round, and it's going to be so hard for NaVi to test this because NaVi, when was the last time they played Penta, you know? A long time ago. So they don't have really any information to go off of, like play style, what they want to do, how they're going to approach it, you know, this flash doesn't mean anything. These sorts of things, you know, NaVi don't really have any free info to go off of right now to help counter it. It's coming down to just, you know, adjusting on the fly.
Yeah, and to be honest, NaVi is notoriously unreliable when it comes to online matches. For some reason, it's just... kind of hit and miss. When I still did betting.
What did we say? What was the rule?
Yeah, just don't bet on NaVi when they're favored ever.
Don't bet on mouse sports.
Yeah, and don't bet on mouse sports. Those were like the 2 rules. Unless they're not favored, then you can go nuts. Edward going to creep up into the middle. Would be great if someone could pop flash him in, but there's no one who has a flashbang outside of Edward, so he's going to have to be himself. Seized will open up, and Edward to follow with the spray down. No flashbang needed, though. Really good return kills coming in from Penta, and it's back to a 2v3. And about 45 seconds left. They got the bomb in the middle here. Seized. Look how far out he is. That's essentially saying, I will either get this kill, or all the kills, or I will die in this position.
And what was worse is that he didn't get killed by anybody who was outside. He got killed by Crystal, who was flanking in through Upper Dark. So, really awkward position there. Crystal was practically on top of that site. What a shot from Speedy. Catches that angle perfectly, and Flamey is gone. So NaVi's big buy round to try and get some control back in this half just goes completely south. And Penta, they don't care about how many people they lose now at this point, if the round is close or not, because they have so much money in the bank. They had 3 guys, I think, actually, who were above like 10k at the beginning of that round. Just monstrous cash on their side of the map right now. Guardian's just gone for the full-out scout, run shot, you know, just trying to get lucky and catch somebody out in suicide.
Yeah, I mean, he had the money to do it anyway. He's down to 1,700 now, so he's kind of even with his teammates. And there were a couple of armor buys as well. Edward and Flamey here, as you can tell. But Not exactly the most impressive round coming out here from NaVi. I don't know what to say.
Well, they're just getting, they're like...
It just feels like right now, NaVi, they're almost doing kind of what I was wanting, is they're trying to play like a very standard game, just trying to take some aim fights with Penta, but Penta's just winning at the moment. So actually, maybe now they should try and switch it up and try and go for something a little bit more interesting.
I think a lot of this nice shot is going to come down to this next round, basically, and what NaVi decide to go for. If they're going to go for an aggressive push in upper dark, or if they're just going to try and go back to the double AWP and hold these long lines. The problem is, if you go for those kinds of plays, you can't peek out, you can't give away free kills, but you also have to land the shots when they come to you. And so Edward and Guardian, like, all the pressure is going to be on them with the ops. Let's see. Edward actually elects to go for the M4. He didn't have enough. He had enough. He spent 5,300 that round. He had 5450. So he could have gone for an AWP. But he decides to go back to the rifle, and that's pretty much the code here. It's going to be Guardian, of course, the die-hard opper, basically.
Not going to go for any kind of... Yeah, that was really close, but he's not going to challenge in the middle. Guardian just has already tried that a couple of times and actually fallen short, so don't really blame him for not wanting to do it. Cease with a really important opening kill. Last time, they kept fighting. This time, they're going to do it again, and Edward going to go down, and they could have just stayed safe. NKJ going to get the one kill there. Now things are looking tricky indeed. Certain burns alive, but Speedy takes out Seized, and that's going to be the B-bomb site. Lost in the middle. Crystal's holding close. That's a no-scope headshot onto Flamey. It's so cheeky, and Guardian going to be alone in a 1v3. And NaVi, that is... we tried to talk about earlier, what was that made of difference, sort of? How is Penta playing? How's NaVi playing? This time was a big mistake on NaVi's part. Once you get that entry frag, you get so much space to just play it safe and relax, and they didn't. They really tried to keep fighting. There was no reason.
That was greed, man. In this case, greed was not good. Try to go for that AWP pickup. That's the thing, you know, there could be somebody there behind them, a rifle, something to support that op to make sure any rushes, you know, don't work, and they walk right into it there. And I'm wondering, because we have a pause coming in, NaVi started it, so I'm wondering what kind of talk is going to be happening over there. If Starix is going to have his 2 cents as well. If they're just going to get shredded right now, because Zeus can be one of those hard leaders where he's just like, you guys need to stop. Yeah. You know, it's not insults, but it's definitely, you know, he can be a little harsh sometimes where it's just like, you guys are really not playing with your heads at this point.
Right. I mean, if I was on the team and I saw what just happened over at B, I'd definitely be yelling at my teammates as well and saying, there's like, why? What's the reasoning behind this? Sure, you want the weapon that's in there, but, you know, at least check before you throw your own on the ground. And is it worth it giving up the 1-man advantage that we already have?
I love making it a 2-man advantage because the Penta they were poised. They were already in position to just take over B if that opportunity presented itself.
Yeah.
Well, they just went all out at that point. All right, well, we got the buy coming in now from NaVi. It looks like they are going to commit to a force buy. So Seized had enough for Kevlar M4 and a smoke. Edward just got dropped by Guardian. Flamey's got enough for FAMAS, and Zeus has enough for FAMAS Kevlar as well. Kind of surprised to see that they're going for helmets.
It's kind of crazy as well. This is NaVi losing 7 rounds in a row and Penta winning 7 in a row. That's, I don't know. I did not expect that. Definitely was expecting a bit more from NaVi, but right now it is Penta's map choice, so maybe, you know, you said they were good in the past on it, but with the roster change and everything, and especially with the stand-in, maybe we weren't expecting that.
And I'm also thinking the element of surprise is playing just huge benefits right now for Penta. Because they are, I mean, NaVi just don't know what to expect out of these guys. And so NaVi, they gave them an opportunity, perhaps, you know, because NaVi are a team that can underestimate as well, can underestimate their opponents and get overconfident and start going for those kinds of, you know, plays where they run up to take the op just because they're not respecting them. And, well, Penta right now are teaching NaVi. This is actually like the textbook case of, you know, you have to teach if you're an underdog, you have to teach the other team to respect you, and Penta are doing just that right now, except that, you know, they aren't just like going for the slap right now with the gauntlet, you know, saying that the duel is on. They're like beating them up with the crowbar. So it's not looking too good here for NaVi. This is such a crucial round, and they have to just do big. There's a jump shot from Flamey. Perfect flash! What a flash! I actually flashed 3 guys totally white, but then Penta, they stay on top.
Gonna have to come down to Guardian. He unscopes just when they enter into long, so that's obviously very unfortunate. Gonna go for the repeat. We'll take the face off of Crystal, and there's more people coming in. Edward there to help out with a great double kill. Both of them headshots, and it's down to Dennis, who has run out of time. Also, the bomb is over on long, so there's absolutely no way he's gonna get out of this round alive. But if he can still do damage to NaVi, it might not be too bad. If he can get 1 kill in here, that's actually going to be huge.
30 seconds, let's see. Walks right into Seized as he was already pre-aiming towards a slope. So NaVi, they've put their first round on the board and quite a few. Not going to be the end of the world for Penta, as we all can see. All of them before buying above 10k, so they have all the money that they need to basically go for what they want. They could go for auto snipers. They choose to go for a double op again. They've had success with this so far, so as far as Penta are concerned, why change it up? Whereas NaVi now actually have some nades to work with here. So there's the HE that goes across. A little bit of a, looked like a bungled one, in fact. And Searson picks off Flamey. Easy shot there for him to pick up.
Quickly returned to the middle by Seized, which is very important for NaVi. Doesn't put them in a great position, but it's slightly more manageable. Now, Su's going to get the kill. Previously, they kept playing aggressive behind this one-man lead. This time, they're definitely staying a lot more defensively up there, and you got to wonder if that's not Starix, you know, during that timeout, just saying, come on, guys, don't keep challenging when we've got this big lead.
And the smoke is about to clear for Seized as well. He's going to have to be a little bit careful. And you can see him starting to fall back onto that site. Just putting random shots through, and guess what? Spitty will find the angle and manage to catch out Seized. So NaVi back into a 3-on-3 here. Fairly even, although Edward is down to 6 HP. Spitty down to 50. With 45 seconds left, there's plenty of time here for Penta to take their time and make NaVi sweat.
They just, I mean, maybe Penta as well have realized they keep making these mistakes of peeking, so we'll just let them.
Yep,
Su's going to go for it as well. Now, in the smoke. Oh, Dennis, what a beautiful kill. Edward comes out. Great double once again on long. But Searson is coming around the corner, and Edward is going to be gone here. So Penta now 8 rounds, more or less, in a row. I think Navi stole one of them in between, but it's been almost 8 in a row. Well, very impressive.
It's just a catastrophe. You can see NaVi win 1, and they lose the next round, and now they go for the force buy. They're just throwing hope to the wind and just saying, well, we got to do something now, guys. We have to try and make something happen here. I mean, they had just enough to afford an AWP for Guardian, and the rest of them are just going to follow up. A single FAMAS, hardly any nades to speak of. This is just NaVi. I mean, they're going for a Hail Mary here at this point. Whereas Penta, I mean, they're perfectly fine. All the bank, everything they need, and just all the confidence as well. They're walking into 3 guys on B-Hower, so this favors NaVi. NaVi can keep it together. Edward just doing big work. 3 kills for him.
Super important. I mean, if NaVi can make this 8-7... it's still doable. They're still in the game here. Crystal, they're going to take down Flamey. They got the bomb over at B. That means NaVi should be able to set up a really tight defense and just make sure Penta don't get anywhere near winning this round. And look at this. It's basically a crossfire of AWPs.
That's scary. Guardian, though, you're blocking your mate there, Guardian. Come on. Tighten up those angles. We have one guy through lower dark right now, but a fresh smoke goes down. That's going to block him out. So Crystal can't be too pleased about this. Still plenty of time, though. 40 seconds left. But if another smoke goes down, wow. They're going to have so little time to play with here, Penta. And the timing just works out wonderfully for Seized. He's going to get dropped down to 10 HP, but the damage is done. And Crystal is all by his lonesome now in a 1v3. This is almost a situation where you should just be backing off to hold on to the AWP.
Yeah, it's so dangerous, though, if you do sort of run out. But Penta, I think they might have enough money anyway to just go for it. Crystal getting caught there at the end by Edward, who picks up a quad kill and makes it to 8-6. Still in favor of Penta, but not at all a bad job by Edward there at the end. He's also top fragging at 16 kills. And we're going to be into the 15th round, the last of the half here. And Penta buying all that they can, including 2 AWPs. See if they can snipe anyone. They do have to spawn for long.
Actually, top fragging on the map right now, Edward. So even with the struggle... double peek, though, with the double op on the CT side, and they managed to come out. But then Searson, over at long, picks up one, goes to the Tech-9. Nearly takes out Zeus as well in the process. Banks nade onto Zeus. The pressure right now is immense. Zeus just trying to run away, and he just gets into CT in time. Down to 26 HP, though. And in the meantime, Guardian has been legged.
One of those bullets from Searson actually hit when he was flashed and shooting for the smoke, so that was very close. And you're right, Guardian also kind of low here. Smoke is going to go up. Guardian trying to look over it. He gets taken out by Dennis shooting through the box, and Dennis coming up with a double kill now. C's going to claim the bomb there, and that's a big problem for them. The bomb being that far up, it's going to buy even more time for Edward, who's sneaking up from behind, looking for the kill. He wants to spot the other player, going to take that one out. But Speedy, I think, came in from CT spawn, and Searson going to clean up the round, making it 9-6 in favor of Penta. Definitely very impressed here by the German lineup, and Searson as a stand-in seems to be doing really well.
Yeah, he's really woken up. He had a bit of a rough start, it seems, where, in the pistol round and a couple of follow-up rounds, he was just getting beaten up by Guardian every time at mid-doors, but then he started to come back alive, and now we can see him tied at the top there with Spitty for 14 frags each. Dennis as well, towards the end of that half, really waking up. It's just NKJ and Crystal who aren't really coming into it, but then again, I believe NKJ is calling right now for this team, so maybe a little bit of a high demand on him. I mean, we can see Zeus isn't having much luck on his side either. Although he's been repeatedly shut down on Cat. Every time Zeus tries to force it, I think we've only seen like one successful round where he was able to really do some damage.
Yeah, I guess especially if you're just joining a team as an in-game leader, your focus in the beginning might be getting the rest of the team to work, and then later on you can try and sort of polish your own game and see if you can get a little bit better.
Yeah.
Well, the second half is coming up now, and look at Penta. 2 grenades and 3 smokes as well. Where are they going to take them? Are they ready for a B-type push? They do actually have the grenades over here. At least one of them. The smoke's going to go off. Are they going to follow up with anything else? Look at this. The Glock's coming through. Jumping shot from Zeus. Oh my god. And now it's going to follow up with the USPS. Zeus making up for his lack of presence in the first half. Just coming into it with a big opening here in the pistol.
Yeah, and Guardian is going to be able to come through, but then Crystal gets 2 headshots of his own. He's currently cleaning up. Zeus playing a little bit with fire, taking the peek, and he doesn't have anybody watching window. It's only until later. Gets another headshot. Zeus up to 3. And he's going to look at doors now. Does he get another one? He's looking for it, and he gets it. Quad headshot. Pistol round coming up from Zeus. He finally gets shut down by Crystal, who gets a quad headshot of his own. What? And now it's the straight up battle, and Edward wins it.
Wow.
Each team had 1 hero player there. That was 8 headshots.
That is actually quite a stunning round. Kind of feel like both players deserve to be able to finish it with just that last one, but
so you feel like everybody else backs off and just lets them duel,
Yeah. Yeah, they should have ended in a 1v1 at the end, and it would have been an ace either way. That could have been the perfect outcome. Regardless, a lot of effort put in by Zeus in that round. Really high impact round for him. NKJ almost jumping out of the map as he dies, and the rest of NaVi making their way up long. Flamey with the P90 picking up 2 kills, and no problem here. NaVi might be in a position where they can equalize the score and make it all the way back to 9-9. And then it's kind of anybody's game, right? Maybe a slight lead for Penta, but not a big one.
Yeah, here we go. The replay from Zeus. Fantastic. Zeus, he played out of his mind this round. This one was very nice. Then the one at door is just so solid. Crystal, man, though, he is just a monster. Coming back in and making it close.
Yeah, it's actually a 1v3 for Crystal at that point in time, and he almost, well, very nearly wins it. Flashbangs out. That's a cool flashbang from Flamey, in fact. The timing works out so that it actually pops just behind him. I'm guessing his teammates behind him have to be aware that he's doing, otherwise it's going to be really confusing. But if you're the first guy in, that's not a bad idea at all. Speedy going to get the only return kill that they've got so far, and tries to see if he can sneak out of here with the AK, but that's not going to happen. So 9-9, moving into the 19th round. And let's see if Penta can put a stop to it now that they have rifles. I mean, they had such a good first half. It'd be kind of a shame for them if they don't get the same traction on the second half here.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised to see that Crystal doesn't ensure his ability to go for a glass cannon AWP in this round. So there will be no op to contest Guardian here at mid. HE as they cross, and Guardian not going to hit it, predicting a jumping man there, and unfortunately for him, no joy this time. But yeah, to see Crystal actually have to go for the FAMAS just to get all the nades. Seems just a little bit odd that Penta wouldn't try and go for that op battle early. But we'll see how effective Guardian is going to be here at the beginning of this round. 9-9, as you said, and this is basically NaVi's chance to run away with the game. If they can win this one decisively, win this one round here, and not lose too many people in it, it's going to be very difficult for Penta to get back into this half.
Yeah, I think Penta realized as well, because they are playing somewhat defensively at the moment, so really far back on the map, all across the board.
Yeah, really. I mean, B slope right now, though. They've got 2 guys holding solid on B slope. One guy not even close to window. I think he's up on scaffolding right now. That's actually really awkward. If somebody were to sneak in through upper dark, Penta could be regretting that choice of play. Yeah, seriously, like, nobody's on B slope. They're really trusting this smoke, basically, to stop anybody from pushing through.
The big problem for Penta right now, especially with the setup they have in B, is that they have so few grenades that if it comes to a retake, well, it probably won't. I mean, how are they going to get into the site?
Free. Nobody's on this site.
Oh, dear Lord.
What is this? So nobody on the site. Now it's basically, NaVi, they get the site for free. They're going to be able to plant for free as well because fresh smokes go down on window and doors. Searson trying to find a way through on the scaffolding like this. He's trying to find an angle to work with, and Dennis getting sprayed down with that P90. Not taking too much damage, but still, 5-on-5 retake, but 5-on-5 retake in the B site. NaVi, they're looking fantastic, and Zeus with the lurk. He's going to be able to pick up the first one. Can't get the second one. He's going to get double peek there at the end. But still, the damage is done.
Yeah, I mean, Penta could look for extra kills, but that's about it. Again, so much of it comes down to the grenades. Oh!
Are you kidding me, Guardian?
Really? Really?
Guardian was like, wait, bro, I want to make it just a little bit easier for you. And then Dennis is like, great, I'll get another free kill. But Guardian actually kills Edward there? What?
Can we see that on camera? I mean,
don't think
this
so.
is going to be valuable evidence for, you know, the eventual court-martial that's obviously going to be here at some point. We'll have to try Guardian, figure out exactly what happened.
I mean, you don't mess with Edward. Like,
I don't know what we just witnessed.
that's, I mean, I guess Guardian is just so wired tight that he just flicked without thinking onto Edward. He gets the shot this time, so the flick, I mean, he's still on point with his reflexes. Takes Dennis down to 36. This is going to be a buy situation from Penta, so they are able to actually get a reasonable one, seeing as how they saved a couple of weapons last round.
You know, or maybe he's been playing too much ESCA where there's no friendly fire, so... That happens to me when I go and play ESCA for a while, and then I come back matchmaking and I knife all my friends. NKJ gonna open up and take up Flamey, which is obviously a good start here for Penta. They just need this one round and they'll be right back in the game. And now you're trying to prevent it from happening. The spray, oh, look at that Speedy coming in. That was the perfect timing to just get the kill on Sutus. He was almost going to take out NKJ now. Edward has the A-bomb site. Maybe just on loan here. Grenade. 2 more damage and that would have been it.
The bomb is going to rotate around long now. Edward electing to use that smoke on Cat instead of using it. They do manage to cross, actually. So 3-on-3 scenario here for Penta. 2 of them coming up through CT.
Bomb has been planted.
Well, it's off from Surson. It could be huge here inside the bomb site. You can see they're going to have to move out. They just went in. So on the site, there's no one holding because they really can't be. But Guardian and Cease with some big kills. Surson going to pick up the 1. Still 2 more to go. 1 click on Edward and he's gone. So the big target here is seized and he's not going to go down either. 11-9 and we're moving into the 21st round. There's money on Penta at least.
Yeah, Penta are going to be able to keep buying, I think. I think that they will continue to force it. And this was, okay, this was Edward standing in the corner, minding his own business, you know, thinking, hey, man, it's a great day, sunny outside, working on that tan, working on that color. And then Guardian just...
I don't know what to say.
Neither do I.
Ooh.
Although that double spray...
Yeah, NKJ coming
Now
up with
you
a
want
big
to
revive.
pause instantly.
He wants to pause to just enjoy the moment. There's no real... He's just going to savor it, you know. Can we just take a moment to reflect over what I just did? Grenade down there, not going to do... Well, actually, he's already softened up a little bit, so grenade helps a little bit. Follow up. Not going to be one just yet, but they do have one on Guardian somewhere, so if he could make his way over, that would be helpful. Finally, they take care of him, and it's back into a 3v3. Going to be another target over here, and Penta maybe not grouping up quite enough, but they're winning the individual battles. It's still really, you know, scary at that point. Sort of wish they would stick more together when they're in that 3v3. Guardian going to be alone, and he's got plenty of time.
HE poorly placed there. Swapped out to his P250 and instant headshot on him. That pretty much cuts down the odds of Guardian picking this up. They're pretty much down to nil now. He needs to just land some godlike shots. He needs somebody to peek him, but that's not going to be the case. Instead, he's going to walk forward, and Spitty's going to go ahead and clean him up. So, you know what I think is that it was Edward saying that somebody was on B slope close to the doors, and Guardian was just like, I got this, and then just, you know, he like sneezed or something just as he took the shot, you know, opened his eyes up again and realized, you know, the horror, like what he had done.
He's going to be waking up in bed tonight, you know, flashbacks,
PTSD, man.
screaming, yeah, exactly. I do love the fact that we have the SG-553 in play here. So, a weapon that pretty much never gets used in competitive play. There was a while when NBK would pick it up, but
yeah, but
never sort of really, you know, consistently. It's not necessarily a bad weapon. I think it's actually the only rifle that is dead accurate on first shot. I'm pretty sure it's the only one that is. So it has that going for it, but
and it's also an instant headshot. Like if the AK, so it's something to consider as well.
Yeah, so theoretically,
hold on, how does Crystal have it?
Theoretically, it should be a really, really good gun, but the spray is so much harder to control.
Wait, did somebody buy that last round on NaVi's side and we totally overlooked that? Because how the hell does Crystal have it?
Either that or someone is hacking.
Or did he spawn with it? You know, some kind of like random bug that came through and Crystal just randomly spawns with it?
I've never seen that before, so I hope not. That would be disappointing. 10-11 though. I mean, this is turning into a much closer game than it was sort of, you know, looking like earlier on. Penta won the first, well, NaVi won the first 4 rounds. Then Penta came back and won 7 rounds in a row before NaVi finally won the single round, and then it was sort of back to Penta again. So, honestly, yeah, I feel like Penta must be feeling a little bit upset, just that they haven't been you know, getting more headway here in the second half.
Well, looks like we're going to be live again. The countdown has begun for the freeze time. So, let's see. Penta fully bought up. NaVi as well. And now what kind of play do they go for? Do NaVi decide to change up the pace and go for some aggression straight out? It looks like they do have 2 guys who are angling towards that long house. Could be some flashes out there trying to get control early. Shot goes out, and once again, Guardian managing to get that tag down. And there we go. The flashes come through. Zeus just flashing his way through to Pit. Spots the man on the edge of the smoke. Goes for the wild spray and gets it. Luckily, his mate Flamey is there, as well as Edward. They just look to take over full control of Long right now. The problem is, they aren't getting the shots.
That was actually a team kill on Penta's side as well. I don't think Zeus got that kill. Eventually, it was actually a teammate taking him out. Guardian jumping up on the back row there to pick up that kill, and then the grenade follow-up. I think Speedy walked right into that. That's painful. And Guardian now trying to catch up. Still, Edward top fragging at 24 kills, which is kind of incredible, in fact. And it's 12-10. Penta's money. It's not looking good.
Yeah, 24, 1, and 11. That's a great ratio.
So, wait a minute. Speedy bought and used all his money, but the rest of the team aren't committing. That is... Oh, sorry, Dennis, was it? I think Dennis... That's very confusing. Can we get the scoreboard real quick just to see exactly whose money? So, yeah, 2 members have money, the rest don't. That is not how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, Crystal's only got the... Well, Crystal's kind of saving for the off, I guess, but... There you go. I mean, if Searson can do that, get the headshot on Zeus... That works just fine. Super aggressive behind that smoke in mid. Now flash through. They're looking to try and return on this right now, NaVi, trying to create some kind of opportunity, but Searson's just randomly putting shots through on the doors. He wants to see if he can't get lucky and catch somebody off guard, but Seized is ready and waiting, crouched there in the corner. Mad spray from Seized as he gets tagged down to 39. But we're into a 4-on-4, and now a 4-on-3. Now a 3-on-3. Headshots everywhere, Anders.
The scouts doing the work here. Shame they lost one of them, but it is still doable, although they will be inadvertently giving up this bomb site. Guardian gonna find the perfect timing. And a grenade follow-up here. Gonna tag Dennis just a little bit further. Coming back on long, yeah, NKJ is gonna be just in time to realize that it's too late.
That they're already up on the site. But then the lurk. Dennis catching Guardian out. Dennis going to have an AWP again. We saw what he was capable of doing with that gun before, so this is actually a bit of a scary scenario now for NaVi, who have been pinned down on this site. C's trying to catch somebody off guard, but he's not going to get it done. That man in CT, Crystal, will clean him up, and then NKJ with the 5-7 picked off. Edward just stepping out. This is the hero, the man, and he is looking for it. Crystal with the jumping shot. Edward waiting for it.
Grenade. He has a grenade, and Dennis does not have the HP to survive this. Oh, it's perfect. Edward does the damage. Look at the pressure that Dennis is under. It's a double, it's a triple now for Edward, and he saw that jump scout as well. Such a cerebral play coming out from Edward, putting him at 27 kills. That was just very forward thinking.
And you see Penta now, they're just all kind of frozen, nobody really moving. Took a little bit of time there, but Searson, after that, well, I mean, he actually had the money along with Crystal. Both of those guys didn't really spend everything, so they're going for a bit of an investment here. Double flash, shot from Guardian, and he gets tagged down. Searson once again demonstrating that he can really actually connect with the players there with that scout in hand. I mean, he dominated mid in the last round. He just continues to do so here. C's taking point to open up this B site, though. Takes out Searson. And the second man as well. Dennis will fall, but Dennis does manage to tag down Flamey.
Pretty smooth play so far from NaVi. As you can tell, they're kind of playing in groups, so no one is going to easily get picked off on their own, and even if someone dies, the rifle won't go to waste immediately. Crystal going to go down as well. Nice round from Seized. Picking up those 3 kills, putting NaVi at 14-10, and Penta, they're not connecting. We bring up the scoreboard again. How many rounds have they won in the second half? It's just... Is it just the 1? I think it is.
Actually, it is.
Wow, that is obviously a big problem.
Yeah, because it finished 9-6. So, I mean, NaVi have just dominated outright their T side. Guardian, unfortunately, does not manage to connect with that shot, and they're going to be able to make it past Penta. There's still going to be 3 guys. Well, I don't want to say that too soon, because it turns into a 2-on-2, so a sort of hold coming out here from Penta. They do leave a man behind in mid. So 2 guys on the B side, 1 in mid, and 1 focusing on long. So they've kind of left Cat open. And that's where it comes down to Speedy basically listening. He's all ears at this point to hear if anybody's going to go, you know, jumping up on the box to get up onto Cat. This is the information he wants to give to his mates. And basically to prepare Dennis and Crystal. Crystal holding that cross. He's got that spot on a slope. He's going to be looking towards Cat.
A little bit of damage being put into Sursum, but he's still alive. And they've pretty much left the entire B bomb site except for one person, which is going to be so rough. If this turns into a B split, which it well might at this point, Sursum is going to have a lot of work to do here. Even in the back line to this M4 here. Lacking the head armor, lacking the grenades. In fact, if they had one, they have a Molotov as well back here. Sursum going to be the one, gets a second headshot as well. And he's still fighting in their back lines. Finally, they take out Speedy, but Sursum will fall as well. Dennis now coming in to clean up with a double kill, and Crystal in the middle. Going to take out Sush. What a play. I mean, that's a stand-in. He's really carrying his weight.
I think you could feel the frustration there for Guardian as well. We were following his perspective. Both of his teammates in front of him. Impossible for him to shoot without annihilating one of them. And seriously, I mean, they just lined up for him perfectly there. You could tell. Guardian got dinked down to 1 HP as well, right from the start. So, I mean, seriously could have asked for a better spray moment there. And so, NaVi get reset. Penta, they stave off the map point, and they're able to keep things going here with a decent buy round of their own. Crystal, of course, holding on to that AWP, so...
I feel like that's a point in time, someone where you have to be willing to sacrifice your friends. Just pull the trigger, kill both, and move on.
Guardian, he's not that, I mean, he's not that cruel, that cold.
I mean, this is war. Can't just,
You'd expect that from Seized?
I definitely do. I expect that from anyone playing at this level. You know, kill one to save many, all that stuff.
Oh, okay, I see. You've been reading some Sun Tzu, have you?
Well, I mean, it's always ways to justify it, right? Dennis gonna come in, almost catching the refrag. Demma goes down to Flamey. And a big opening here from NaVi. Guardian gonna miss the shot. And almost in sheer disgust of the fact that he couldn't hit that shot, he just looked into the wall in shame. Just bowing down his head and admitting defeat. Not at all excited of that one. Crystal and NKJ left. Just gonna try and see if they can save these weapons. But if we bring up the scoreboard once more, then Penta's economy here, it's gonna get reset, and it'll be really hard for them to avoid losing this first map right now.
It should actually be down to NaVi now to get out there and hunt. So they spot out Crystal, now they know. 3 remaining players here for NaVi. They've already canvassed out the upper dark and lower dark, so they know that nobody's lurking around here, so it has to be long. And so question is, you know, NaVi, are they willing to throw it? They are kind of low on money on their side as well. I think Edward is the one with the funds right now, so he's out and hunting right now. It doesn't look like NaVi want to press the issue too far. They're going to allow Penta to hold on to the AWP and the M4, but yeah, we can see, look at Penta. I mean, Crystal's got enough, exactly, to drop an M4 for a teammate, so somebody's going to have some upgraded firepower here. But as for the rest of them, it's looking kind of grim. They've got 2 rifles, the AWP, and it's going to be 2 pistols.
It's the last stand right now. Guardian still not afraid to cover the cross in the middle here. We'll see if he can... get lucky. Not this time. Penta actually going for the smoke instead of the HE grenade that's become really popular lately. So they really do go for the full smoke instead of just using the explosive residue from the grenade to try and make the cross cover there.
And somehow NKJ ends up fully equipped with a USP. There was a little bit of chaos there in the CT spawn when Penta were trying to pass the rifles around. Because Spitty's got a 5.7, he could have handed that off to his mate and increased their chances. Seems like they're going to be able to line up, however, and it just turns into an all-out brawl. B site, mid, action everywhere right now. We're down to Penta being the last two, down to 2 members here. Surson and Dennis, the last 2 alive. Surson getting flanked. Edward from long will catch him off guard. And now Guardian's going to run up with this bomb and get the plant. It's all going to be down to Dennis.
Well, he gets the first kill. 1 in 3. Still got to get 2 more here to try and prevent NaVi from winning the first map, which is the map that Penta chose as well, and they had such a good start. It felt like it was almost meant to be, but now Dennis has to come up with a quad kill, gonna go and fight Guardian, and does not come out on top. Guardian ending up at 19 kills, but the story of NaVi kind of continues. They've evolved from being this team where, unless Guardian